What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Oh Lord. So hang on for a little bit. You got like 2 minutes. We're gonna go live at 10. I want you to listen to some tunes right now. This
this track.
This is Boom Track, and the artist is Jay Archer. I'm gonna put his link in the comments so that you guys can check him out.
Boom Track, I'm to the plate with the bat. Sub for bass, brought it home right back. Batter up in the mixed wrist rap. Concrete cold, him on the new jack. They can't break me. Hard head, make a soft fast. Syringe in the crack, I do on my hard hat. I've been thinking while under construction in the pad with the cranes in the sky at the table. I fast so long, elevated, I could do no wrong. We one in the same perception, and these songs was wrong. We knew who we was all along. And these kids in my city need a song to sing along. Your bitch in my city tied a leash when you gone, but you know when she's not hypnotized that strong. Keep it calm. A meme couldn't caption this form. FCC closed dome like closed domes, then I'm gone. Concrete jungle got no lawns. Double park on the block with the floodlights on. Let's get it on. So hopefully wavy all along. There's blood on the beach. I put a crease in the shore, and I'm sure I'ma crash with the seatbelt off. These niggas got windshields. Took the L for my dog. Skirted off and draped off a waist to the floor. I ain't wasting no time. You can go and waste yours. I'm hip, Lord. The women is a goddess like Ariana's. The hips don't lie. Walk through the valley of silicons. I need a unicorn. Ponytails in natural forms. Weave through the horseplay that y'all lay storm. You a great pawn. We know how to take the take off. Familiar with the ways we can snatch your face off. Reciprocate the energy and two face off. Move like a phantom through soap operas. It's too lukewarm. I'm tall crying like James when she get to the city. Gripping on the beach, I'm a giant, fuck with me. Hey, we did it like it's the A, you get me? Magic in the city, peaches and cream drippy, Boom Trap with me.
Yeah. Yeah. Skirt, skirt.
Yes. So you can definitely look at the if you go in the comments, you will see the link. I'm gonna put the link right there so you can see it. But listen up, guys. So tonight, we got something going on tonight, right? So many of you know that 2020 has come in so crazy. I mean, 2020 has come in just ridiculous, right? And there are a lot of things going on. People really don't have much oomph as they did in 2019. It seems like in 2020, people tripping. That's the best way I can put it. People are tripping. People are acting crazy. Nobody really knows what they want to do with their life. People just living, day to day with really no vision. And so in the year 2020, if this is supposed to be the year of perfect vision, why is everybody so lost? I think for me, the worst thing I saw today was someone sent me a group invite to a group called COVID-19 stimulus checks. I was appalled. I'm not sitting around waiting for a stimulus check. I got a whole career. I work from home every day, 40 plus hours a week. So I was feeling some type of way. So this particular live tonight is really, it's about to get lit. The live tonight is titles. How many of us have them?
Not me.
Titles. What do they really mean?
The freaks come out.
So, y'all already know who I am. I'm Lily Mae, #Brown Mermaid. And this is
Comedian Mike. I'm sorry.
Oh my God, he's so unprofessional.
Comedian Mike J. How the fuck are y'all doing?
And so what you heard, shout out Jay Archer. Yo, you gotta hear this dude. He's really, really dope. If you go on YouTube, you can find him under Jay Archer. That's Jaye, baby. Jaye Archer.
Took it back.
Baby, we've been over here vibing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see he vibing with a red Solo cup. We've been over here vibing,
Yeah.
and we have been vibing to his song. Now, what you heard in the beginning is Boom Trap. And I want to take y'all back for a second, because I want y'all to hear just a little bit so you can really hear how this joint come on just rocking. So we're going to take it back, then we're going to get into titles, how many of us have them.
Boom trap, I'm to the plate with the bat. Subwoofer bass, brought it home right back. Batter up in the mixed wrist rap. Concrete cold, hammer on the new jack. They can't break me. Hard head, make a soft ass. Syringe in the crack, I do on my hard hat. I been thinking while under construction in the pad with the cranes in the sky at the table. I fast so long, elevated, I could do no wrong. We one in the same through perception, and these songs was wrong. We knew who we was all along, and these kids in my city need a song to sing along. Your bitch in my city tied a leash when you gone, but you know when she's not advertised that strong.
Yeah.
Calm, a meme couldn't caption this form. FCC closed dome like closed domes.
Yeah.
Concrete jungle got no lawns. Park on the block with the
Hold
floodlights
up.
on. Let's get it on. So hopefully wavy all along. There's blood on the beach. I put a crease in the shore, and I'm sure I'ma crash with the seatbelt off. These niggas got windshields, took the L for my dog, skirt off, and draped off a waist to the floor. I ain't wasting no time, you can go and waste yours, I'm hip lord. The women is a goddess like Ariana's, the hips don't lie, walk through the valley of silicons. I need a unicorn, ponytails in natural forms, weave through the horseplay that y'all laced on. You a great pawn, we know how to take the take off, familiar with the ways we can snatch your face off, reciprocate the energy and two face off, move like a phantom through soap operas, it's too lukewarm. I'm tall crying like James when she
Agree,
gets to
Reggie.
the city, dripping on the beach. I'm a giant, fuck with me. Hey, we did it like it's the A, you get me? Magic in the city, peaches and cream dripping, boom trap with me.
You know what I'm saying, son?
Hey, so
Like that, B.
y'all, like I said, you listening to Jay Archer. That's Jaye, last name Archer, Archer. And babies, that was Boom Trap. All right. So I know y'all see this title. It says titles. How many of us have them? So
Mhm.
these are the titles we discussing tonight. Single, dating, in a relationship, married, separated, and divorced. There are no in betweens. There are no in betweens. Single, dating,
Mhm.
in a relationship,
Mhm.
married,
Mhm.
separated,
Mhm.
divorced. All right.
Mhm.
So a couple of weeks ago, guys, I talked about titles. I talked about basically whether you were single, dating, or courting. And so in having that discussion, it was from my perspective, right? It was from my perspective. And so for me, if you're single, that means to me, that means just what it is. You're single. Like you're single, you're not entertaining anyone, you're not doing anything like that. You're just single. You might have friends, but you're really single. So you chilling.
Right.
To me, if you're dating, now there's levels to this ish, right? So if you're dating, you could be dating multiple people to try to figure out who's the weakest link, good boy, or you're dating exclusively. Now, personally, this is my personal opinion, and my girlfriends tell me that you can't really do this because it doesn't work in 2020. So for me, I can't date multiple people because to me, if you're dating multiple people, you're comparing. It's almost like, okay, I'm going to date you for your legs. I'm going to date you for your arms. I'm going to date you for your intestines. I'm going to date you for your toes. I'm going to date you for your hair. So to me, you're piecemealing people together when you're dating multiple people, but hey, to each his own.
Mhm.
So then there's dating exclusively. Now, to me, dating exclusively, to me, that's what dating is. Or maybe that's courting. Because I feel like if you're dating exclusively, you're supposed to be dating to figure something out, right?
Right.
Okay.
It's like relationship trials.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trials.
So
it's a trial by judge or jury.
That's a good question.
All right, we're gonna get back to that. All right.
So what about the talking stage? Like when you first talking to somebody?
Okay, so when you're first talking to somebody, I feel like you're still single, right?
Point.
But I think that in the talking stage, that's when things need to be clarified, what the plan is. So, okay, but let's backtrack. If you're 40 years old, hell no. If you're 30 years old and you talking to somebody, I need for you to rethink that thing and really try to figure out, okay, am I talking to you because I want to smash? Or am I talking to you because I really want to build something? Because see, let me tell you, y'all know I'm going to be transparent. So I met a gentleman, and the thing, his favorite phrase was, let's be friends and see where it goes. Now, y'all know, like for me, I'm like, oh, okay, that's what people do. But see, I grew up in a situation where if you say you had a friend, that means you was dating somebody, right? But now, homegirl and homeboy is relative to who I'm smashing. I mean, has that been your experience? Oh, well, from my experience, when people say, oh, this is my homeboy, that's who they smashing, on my homegirl, I'm smashing them. Because for me, when I say my friend, that's just what it is. You my friend.
Okay.
But if I say my dude or my guy, all right, he's off limits, right?
Right.
That's,
Understood. Okay.
And so now there are instances when I might say, okay, this is my friend because me and that person hasn't discussed exactly what it's going to be, right? So those are some of those instances. But I think we have to understand that that's one of the things that I think we have to clarify when we're talking to people. We have to clarify definitions, y'all. And it's crazy.
Agreed.
But interpretation is everything, y'all. Interpretation is everything. Everybody wants to talk about communication in a friendship. And I'm not going to say in a relationship. Everybody wants to talk about communication being important. No, babies. No, babies. Communication isn't the important thing. It's comprehension. You got to be able to comprehend and understand just what the hell is going on. And so if you do that, you can stop from being in situations like me. Because see, one thing about it, a whole lot of y'all that's watching right now are in situationships right now. Y'all in situationships right now. Let me tell you, I was in a situationship for a minute because I interpreted things my way. And I wasn't really paying attention to what the person was not saying. Because we listen to what people say, but you need to pay attention to what people don't say.
Yep.
Right?
Actions speak louder than words.
Factual. Well, sometimes people's actions actually say one thing, but their words say another.
Yep.
Now, I'm just saying. So those are the things that we're going to kind of jump in on tonight. So that's Lily Mae's dating. All right. In a relationship is just what it is. Now, there are those individuals that say, well, even when you're in a relationship, you're single until you get married. God bless y'all, because I'm going to tell you right now, I don't play those games.
You know, my mama told me that. My mama told me, yes. She was like, listen, son, until on your taxes, what you file.
Wow.
You single. Okay.
Oh, Lord.
There you get. I was like, damn, you know what? That she do got.
Okay, it does make sense. Now I'll give you that. It makes sense. It does. But I think that we dealing with a generation of verbally challenged people. And I'm just gonna keep it a stat.
That's right.
People don't know how to have conversation anymore because we send our coochie and our penises through the DM.
Yep.
We surf Instagram all day
Yep.
and look for loose booty.
Yep. Netflix and chill.
Facts.
Yep.
We're on Snapchat
Yep.
showing our breasts and our booties, and some of y'all showing your little wee-wees too. And it takes away from those individuals who really are looking for a genuine connection and who really are like, okay, you know what? I'm going to use a non-traditional means of, communication to potentially find a significant other. And so that's why I titled this live Titles. How many of us have them? Because titles don't mean a hell of a beans anymore.
Nope. No, I don't. But what about those who not influenced by social media, and you meet that person, but a lot of personal things that happened before that person are holding them back
So
to get into that
So
point?
you want to step on my toes? So I mean, are we doing this? Do you want to do this live?
Nope, we good. I don't know. Problem.
Y'all see this?
I don't.
Really? You gonna call me out
I'm
on live?
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Okay, so all right, he wants to call me out. So let's talk about it, right? So what he's talking about those things where you were in this previous situation and everything wrong that happened in that situation, you project onto your current situation, which prayerfully it won't be a situation. But so, all right, for example, so I was talking to a guy one time and he always went missing at night.
The freaks come out.
And so this is the funny thing, y'all. So like he would get off work and we'd be talking on his way home or whatever. And he would get to his apartment complex. And he'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna go in this house and take a shower and I'm gonna call you when I get out the shower. Well, the next day he would be like, I woke up this morning and I had scrolled up my phone and it was on your name. And I thought I had said. So look, y'all, for real, the first couple of times I was like, all right. So y'all know me. Some of y'all know me. So I was like, you know what? I got something for this. Give me a tour of your apartment because I ain't never been up there. Give me a tour of your apartment. Oh, it's a mess. Oh, it's
trap house. He in the trap house, y'all.
So the next night he played that joint good. So the next night he got out the car, walked to the door of his apartment building, and then was like, all right, let me get in here and, get myself together. But see, y'all, by then I'm hip now. So I'm like, all right, he got a woman in that house. Lo and behold, 3 weeks later, we were supposed to be going to this reunion in Raleigh. Yeah, I know him from the South. And so he was like, all right, well, I'm gonna stop in Richmond. We'll go. Well, I couldn't go because I had something else to do. So because I couldn't go, he was gonna take his main girl, right? But it ended up happening. My endeavor was canceled and I could go. I said, well, you don't have to pick me up. Since I have the information, I'm gonna go to my mom's house and I'll drive down there Saturday morning. Well, no, because I don't know if we still going. So I was like, that's cool. So long story short, this gentleman's aunt can't stay off of social media. She don't realize her nephew page was private. And she posted a picture of him and his girl and his little girl. God damn it. All right, y'all, this Memorial Day weekend. I'm lit. I'm lit. So I was like, okay. I waited. And the thing, I'm so strategic in these streets that I knew when he left Raleigh, because I was like, have y'all left yet? Well, be safe, because the man gonna be out. Oh, all right, we leaving now. So I know how long it take to get from Raleigh to Richmond without making a stop. So I waited. So I thought he might be between Petersburg and Richmond. And I screenshotted that picture and sent it and said, what a wonderful world.
Wow.
Do y'all know? In my mind, I saw his van flip over. I saw it flip over. And the funny thing was, I did not get a response until the next day. And all the response said was, I'm sorry. So I say that to say, what he said is accurate. There are things that subconsciously we may know. Consciously, we may think that we're over them, but subconsciously we don't, right? So one of the things that we were discussing is that for me, I struggle a great deal with that. Don't play disappearing acts because it probably won't go over too well. I'm gonna be like, oh, all right. But in the back of my mind, I'm already planning the exit stage left. And that may be bad because the reality is there are some people that really do. Like, I know I have a friend that when she sit on my couch, she drop like that. And she don't hear nothing. TV, I could probably smack her upside the head with something and she'll still sleep. So, I agree. What you're saying is you do meet people who still have baggage from other relationships and it's hard for them.
Yeah.
But I think the issue comes in when we discuss these things up front.
Yeah.
And people may tend to use them against you, or they just dismiss those things, or people that kind of won't disclose information because they feel like it's not relevant. I mean, what about your experience, like as far as things being projected? Because I think that we all do it. I think subconsciously we all project things onto other people.
It's not just a female thing. Us men, we go through similar situations too. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Especially, it's it's kind of interesting because like we can't handle a lot of things that women can handle. You know what I'm saying? So, when it comes to a next option or, someone trying to get a title after someone was given that title by us and they dropped the ball, you know what I'm saying? Now we just in a role of, damn, we really don't want to be going through the bullshit again. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, in a sense, we project the energy of we're going to make you work this time. You know what I'm saying? We're going to make you work hard for this title this time. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So what I hear you saying is the current person or the prospect, the recruit has to, the red shirt. The red shirt has to work harder to prove him or herself because the veterans messed up.
That's what I see. Yeah.
But they already red shirt, so they really not on the field. So nope. Are we? So basically,
but they all on the team though.
Well, that's true. Okay.
They all on the team.
Okay.
You just gotta earn that star spot.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll take that.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess. All right. Cool. So let me ask you this: dating to in a relationship. How do you transition? Like, all right, because this is what I hear. I hear that you're supposed to date multiple people. I hear that what women do wrong is that we focus on one person. And I know that's me all day. I just feel like I feel nasty if I'm dating multiple. if I'm even talking to multiple people, it makes me feel some type of way.
But I mean, in a sense, you're not making that commitment yet. You haven't made that commitment yet. So it's allowed that if you dating and you see another option out there.
Oh, really?
It's acceptable. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But if you commit and then you say, oh shit, that motherfucker right there, that's all right there. Hold on.
All right. But you just took me to something else. So what if that ain't good for you though? Because we see things now I'm gonna tell you straight up, because y'all already know, self-disclosure. Y'all know I need an edge. I like that edge. Like my mama be like, I'm gonna leave that alone. But yeah, I like a little edge. Like I need you to have a little rough. I need you to be like Rick Ross. Rough. You know what I'm saying? So I think that.
Shout out to all the dudes with 2 strikes against me. You got a chance, baby.
But sometimes what happens is my friends even say, Lil, like, you got to stop that. Like, you can't keep doing.
But what is it about them that you feel like you can't get enough? What is that all about? Huh?
I Timberland, and then because you know with the Tim's on, you get a grip. Y'all, we having a good
Shout
time
out to that
tonight.
grip. Shout out to that. Hey, that grip matters, okay? They'll get your title fast, ladies, if you got that grip.
But I don't know. And so Jamila says some people pack up their bags and take them into the next relationship instead of unpacking their old bags and going into the relationship with an empty suitcase. And you know what? I definitely agree. But my question would be, is it that simple? Is it that simple to empty your suitcase? Because I do think some things are embedded.
Hey, everything is possible through God. Hallelujah. Amen.
Oh my God.
Cielo la boca.
Oh gosh. I do think some things are embedded. Please, y'all help him. I think some things are embedded. I think.
Did you see the spirit, boy? It ran through me, Jesus.
I think that sometimes we may go in, and I'm not gonna say we ever empty our suitcase, but I think we might just fold up the clothes and make them a little neater in the suitcase.
Yeah, and it sucks because, all right, so I like the analogy you had, right?
Okay, all right.
Your last relationship built up these high walls, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think I was talking to somebody the other day about this,
Okay.
about the struggle of, all right, the guy you've been with versus the guy that really wants you for you.
Okay.
You can't really see the guy that really wants you for you because these walls are in your vision.
Okay.
And those walls were built with the last guy.
Oh Lord.
But see, most women will expect the guy with the vision to tear down those walls. No, those walls are your responsibility.
Really?
Yes.
I ain't gonna tell you what.
Well, I mean,
all right.
don't
Keep going.
Hey, now,
Hey,
you know, my last name could be Jericho. You know what I'm saying? But
I cannot take this.
But you'll never see the person that's meant for you if those walls are up. But it's not our responsibility, ladies. It's your responsibility to make sure that you're at a place where those walls are down enough to where there's a vision to where you can at least see who's for you.
All right, guys. Now, Maisha Penn says some things have to stay in the suitcase because they are lessons learned and can help you avoid these situations in the future. I agree. Maisha, I definitely agree with that. And that's probably my story. I think that's my story. For me, I know that I often go into situations and it's like, all right, you know what? I have a helping heart. So for me, I always want to fix things or help people get things back to where they need to be. And so that's a scary place to be, because what ends up happening is you often end up, people fall in love with what you can do for them versus falling in love with you. And that's a dangerous place to be. That's a dangerous place to be. That's a dangerous place to be.
Yeah.
All right. So Maisha, I definitely agree with you as well that
But you know what?
Uh-huh.
You know what? And I'll add to that.
Okay.
Because you know most people will go through the bullshit in a relationship. And they'll say, I can't believe I wasted my time.
Okay.
I don't believe it's a waste of time.
Okay.
I believe that every encounter serves its purpose.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's either going to teach you something that you already know, or it's going to bring something new to the table.
Okay. Okay.
And yeah, you know what? The last relationship didn't work. Well, what did you learn about yourself in that situation to say, okay, I hope I don't make the next same decision for the next person, for the next relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I think you really got to do some self-evaluation, because a lot of people, and we know, they'll point the finger, point the finger. But what about you? Because you can't complain about what you tolerated. You know what I'm saying? You can't complain about what you allowed to happen and that what you catered to.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I agree. Now, I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree. Absolutely. And Jamila, I definitely want to shout you out for that. But I think Jamila, and I'm speaking directly to Jamila and all of those of you out there who possibly grew up in two-parent homes. Now, I'm not knocking anybody that grew up in a single-parent home, but I think people who grew up with both parents throughout their lifetime, we look at dating differently.
Yep.
Now, y'all know, my mom and dad was like Sarah and Abraham having me. So I know the story of how my dad pursued my mother, right? So it's a little hard for me because I am kind of aggressive, but shut up. I don't feel like, but at the same time, I don't want to pursue. I don't want to make moves, right?
Mm-hmm.
I need you to make moves because you're the man. However,
Mm-hmm.
we got to redefine this concept of man, because I'll say the man that my daddy was, those are not the men that maybe one or two, but those are not the men that I see in 2020. So it's a bit tough. So Jamila, I absolutely agree with you. I personally feel like your upbringing and what you saw growing up really dictates how you define and operationalize these titles.
But that's the same thing with men too, because a lot of these men, sad to say, in our community, in the Black community, it's very rare to find cats who've been from a two-parent home that's, a male. You don't find that rare in our generation.
Factual,
You know what I'm saying?
factual.
New generation, I feel like they're gonna be a lot better.
Okay.
But in our generation, you don't find too many cats. At least I don't. Too many homeboys of mine that say, yeah, I had mom at home, dad at home, and I was able to see dad treat my mom like this.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Or I haven't really gotten the chance to see a man in a marriage.
Very much. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So the title of marriage is kind of far-fetched because they're like, what the fuck is that? Like, I ain't never get a taste of that as a kid.
Factual. I agree.
My mama never really got a taste of that. So why should I believe in that? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I mean, I agree though. Your upbringing, your background, you are a product of where you come from.
Absolutely. And I think, and the other part of it is just to be, completely transparent. Like, so I tell people all the time, I think it's increasingly hard for me because I was with someone from the the mid 2000s to the mid 2010s.
Mm-hmm.
Think about how dating changed and evolved in 10 years. So coming out of that, now I don't know what the hell to do, y'all, because people crazy.
But you know what though? So I'm not gonna blame social media. I'm not, because it's up to the user how that acts. Okay. But now in our world today, one person has so much access to everybody. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Versus like back in the day, we had to earn that number. You know what I'm saying? Facts. We had to earn, we had to hope you, and we had to call you after 7 o'clock when your minutes is free.
Oh Lord, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true. I agree.
And now it's like you have so much more access to women around the world. It's like, okay, now to certain men, man, I could get my pickings. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't know there's many women in this area. You know what I'm saying? So I mean that's a mentality. Now,
so all right, Maisha, I want to address what you said. Maisha said it's not social media. No. It's the immaturity of the person controlling the social media account. Wow.
Of course.
Wow.
I've seen some people blame social media for the failure of their relationship.
I agree. I can agree with that. Maisha, thank you for that. I agree with that. And that's why I say social media isn't the devil. It's how you use it. It's definitely how you use it. Yeah. But okay, because we're going off on a tangent. Let's get back to these titles. So we talked about dating. We talked about levels to dating. We talked about dating multiple people. We talked about dating exclusively. So then there's in a relationship.
Mm-hmm. You done made it, baby.
Now, I'm sorry. I don't agree with in a relationship and open relationships. I'm sorry. Because my thing is, if you're in an open relationship, bitch, you dating. multiple people.
So help me on what is
Open relationship simply means me and you are together, but you can bring in your girl, another girl, and I'll accept it, and I can bring in another guy, and you'll accept it. That's what open relationship is. We open.
So you can cheat.
We together. Basically, you can just cheat. So why be with somebody?
Yeah, why not just be single? That doesn't make sense. Oh, is it beneficial though? Like maybe the dude got a, old girl got a nice house. You know what I'm saying? They like, well, I can't let nobody else get.
So we open it in open relationship. You know what?
You do what you do.
You gonna stop? You gonna stop?
That's my bedroom over there.
You gonna stop throwing them shots? I feel like you throwing shots on the low, but I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that one alone. But you know what? Now let me ask you this: do you think that if more people were in open relationships, we would have less situationships? Let's ask the people, viewers. Do you think?
Come on with this question.
Yeah, let's ask the viewers. Yep.
Yeah, that's a great question.
And I'm gonna give you a few minutes to respond.
I think I think it is the same thing. I think it's in the same thing. Now, at first, I didn't even know what situationship was.
Well, okay. Let me ask you this. You tell me what you think a situationship is, and then I'll tell you what my thoughts are.
I think it's a situationship is because of a certain situation. Let's say I'm with you and I need a place to stay.
So you're a homosexual.
Yeah.
No, I knew this dude. He used to get a back. No, for real. No, okay, leave it alone. Go ahead. I'm not gonna do that. Shout out to the viewers on the line.
I'm weak. But because I like you, and you know what I'm saying, you definitely have some good qualities that I say, you know what, I can. But this place to stay is amazing. So I'm like, okay, I can stay here, and I see myself being beneficial.
Oh my!
Or this person being beneficial to me in a sense that where I can get something that I need.
Wow! So Maslow's hierarchy of needs, you need to get your basic needs met: your safety, your security, your shelter.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. See, people like that, I feel like you ain't got your psychological needs met, so you doing the most.
Yeah.
But okay.
It's some people in situations that's married and don't even know that they're in situations.
Oh no, they know. That's why their husbands be in these social media inboxes like that.
Amen.
Yeah, they know.
They think a ring is,
Absolutely.
And that title makes it.
And see, that's my thing, guys. That's why I said titles. How many of us have them? Because I look at people with their titles. I look at married people living single. But let's skip over married. Let's talk about separated. Because I knew a guy one time that said he was separated. He said, well, I'm separated in my mind. What does that mean?
I mean, he checked out. He checked out of the relationship mentally.
But you're still married.
Of course.
So you're an adulterer, and if I deal with you, I'm an adulterer.
Pretty much. Because that divorce process, listen, I'm not justifying it at all.
Okay, all right, come with the facts. Come with the facts.
As a divorcee myself, okay.
Okay.
That divorce process is real, especially if you got kids.
Okay.
You gotta figure out, custody.
Okay.
Then if you got property together, you gotta figure out how that goes, who gets what amount, if y'all got banks accounts together, who gets what amount, if y'all got stuff in both of y'all names. So not to say it's an excuse, but a lot of men ain't ready for that.
All right, so let me take it here. So what about these gentlemen? And I'm saying gentlemen because I don't know a lot of females that do this, that move in with the baby fathers. Most baby fathers move with the baby mamas. What about gentlemen who, because I hear this a lot, well, we stay in the same house, but we sleep in different rooms.
That's I feel like that's a situation. Cause it's like y'all, I don't know, cause it's like for me growing up, I ain't never heard no shit like that before. Like usually you saw mom and pops in the same bed.
But I have heard gentlemen say, I'm staying for the kids. And guys, I'm gonna do a live and I'm gonna go ahead and plug it. And the live is going to be entitled, "Why do adults wait until their kids get grown to divorce versus going ahead and getting it out of the way early?" Because oftentimes you guys are staying in marriages with children and you're traumatizing the kids because they can see that y'all don't want to be together.
You know, kids are a great reader of energy.
Absolutely.
Great readers.
Absolutely. So I'm concerned. That concerns me, but we definitely let's just keep going. Let's keep going because people, thank you guys for chiming in. Now, if you want to get on the main live, you definitely want to go to my public figure page, which is Lily Mae -the brand -Sinaj, or you can stay on the watch party on my personal page. Definitely check out comedian Mike J. He has a public figure page, and also he has an Instagram, the Black Top Radio. He has a lot going on. But let's get back to the topic at hand. So separated. What does separate say to you? Because I know you've been through that divorce process. Were you separated before you divorced?
We were. Actually, we had to be separated for 90 days.
Okay.
And then after that, in the state of Mississippi, it takes 90 days for you to be divorced.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So that's a total of 180 days without each other. So, you know, and I guess that's just to ensure that you're completely sure about telling the government that I don't want this person to handle my debts, my money, my finances. I don't want nothing linked to her. Her debt is her debt now, you know, because a lot of people getting that are so in a rush to get a divorce. And then at the last minute, they have a change of heart. So I feel like it's that time that they say, listen, you need to take the separation seriously to truly understand that you're going to be transitioning back to just you now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
okay.
I mean, that's how I take it.
Okay. All right, cool. All right. So now, divorced. Guys, divorce is the only time you're not married. I don't give a doggone if you are legally separated. You married until you divorce. And I say this because there are so many people out here who are separated, who engage in relationships with people and get to the point where they love that person, they want to marry that person, and they get ready to want to marry that person, but they can't because they're not divorced. Stop holding up people's progress with who they probably supposed to be with because you can't get yourself together.
Absolutely.
I say the same thing to you people who have been in situationships and can't get it together. Like, if you know you cannot get it together, be direct and say, hey, and don't come with the friend bullshit. Be direct and say, hey, I can't. Because like Jamila said, I don't even know where to start unpacking this suitcase. And until I figure out where to start unpacking this suitcase, I just can't. But along with that, don't do things to make it seem like you can do it. Y'all get what I'm saying? Because I think what happens is you say one thing and people hear what you say, but you can't say, I just want to be your friend. And then you cooking and cleaning and waxing that ass and
eating booty. Hey, man.
And buying, putting gas in cars and buying clothes and shoes. You just can't do that. You can't do that.
Because now you complicating the fuck out of the situation.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's not cool, man. That's not respectful to anybody's feelings in the whole situation.
Absolutely.
Man.
Absolutely.
You gotta set some boundaries.
And one of the things that I do want to throw out there too is, men, whatever your unmet needs are from your parents, particularly from your mothers, y'all got to figure it out. Y'all got to figure it out. Because what I know is that me and really the majority of my friends, we are nurturers. Like real nurturers, not just because we're females. We grew up in those nurturing environments. And what I find is that a lot of the guys that we end up dating are guys that, not saying they have bad relationships with their mothers, but they have unmet needs from their mothers because they may have had a mother that worked all the time, or a mother that was young when she had them and really was trying to still, do her thing.
Right.
And so we find ourselves being the emotional burden bearers for these gentlemen. And that takes its toll on your relationship because you start to resent that person. It's not really that you resent them, you resent their unmet needs.
I see what you're saying.
Ladies, the same thing with you. Figure out what your unmet needs are from your fathers. Figure out what they are. Because at the end of the day, once again, same difference. You're going to find, and the bad thing for us is that when men know we have unmet needs, they prey on them. And a lot of times, if they have unmet needs, it's 10 times worse. I have seen so many young ladies end up in psychiatric facilities behind breakups. I'm not telling you what somebody told me. I'm telling you what I know. Because I know for a fact, when I got out of my most recent situationship, I was down for almost 7 days. And it took all of my girlfriends to pull me out of it, right? Because what happens is when you're emotionally bearing the burden of individuals who probably don't have a leg to stand on, it takes everything out of you. So it's like you're that wall socket. You know how sometimes wall sockets lose circuit? I was a wall socket that lost circuit because everybody was plugging in. Everybody was plugging in, but nobody was servicing my circuit.
Come on now. Come on, talk that talk. Jesus.
Everybody was plugging in, but nobody was servicing my circuit.
Hallelujah.
So, I mean, it's real. Like, I cannot stress this enough.
That's a real.
People out there, make sure that you are getting your unmet needs met before you go into situations with people, for real.
Yep.
Because this is the other thing. Women and men alike, we quick to say, oh, they tripping, oh, they crazy, oh, they doing this and they doing that. But we don't think about what we did to make them act that way. So, case in point, me, I'm gonna act blonde. Let me tell y'all, and one thing about it, I don't mind being transparent about this because I know who's watching, and I know that you're watching with the intent of going back and running your mouth, so please do. But I act blonde in a situation until I give you enough rope to hang yourself.
Come on now.
Because I think what happens is, because I am such a nice person, as everybody says it, people take my kindness for weakness and think I don't see and I don't hear, when I really see and hear much more than I probably should. But I don't say anything because at the end of the day, I want to see the good in you. However, please understand, when people finally get enough and snap on you, don't call them crazy. Because the reality is, if you were concrete and clear in the beginning, you wouldn't be here now.
Agree. And I'll say, bruhs, I'm standing up for y'all sometime. But I can also let y'all know, man, that, if we're supposed to be the leader, we're supposed to be the guide for where the relationship goes, then, or any situation, we definitely got to do a better job as far as communication.
Factual.
Let the woman know what our true intentions are. And, someone taught me about this because, some men out here are looking for one thing, right? But they'll still play the dating game. Or they'll still go into the courting phase, knowing that that's not what their intention is. Wow,
what I'm saying? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, you mean they be out here catfishing the title?
Oh, man. It's all a part of the game, and at the end of the day, it
so
never
tell
works.
me, all right, tell me how that works. Let's okay, we're gonna role play. So all right. So I swipe, wait a minute, hold on. I swipe right on Tinder.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's you, and you swipe right, and we match. And so I hit you up, and I'm like, hey, what's up? You know, I'm da 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 da. Look, I'm not on here looking for friends with benefits. You know, I'm real straightforward and direct. I'm looking for somebody that I really can get to know and really grow with. Your response is,
okay. Here's my number.
okay.
Go ahead and take that. Knowing deep down, we just want to be on Tinder because we just trying to find something for the moment. There you go.
Okay. All right. Okay. So you mean to tell me
it's a man out here?
It's a man out here that's really pretending to want relationships just to get some booty?
Just to get some ass, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Then here's what's funny though.
Huh.
They'll get the ass, end up having a kid, and then they'll say, I gotta stay for the sake of the kid.
Oh, and that's the problem.
Oh, she trapped me, bro.
Okay. That's it. All right, that's it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just listen, I don't mean to expose the game, but you know, it's dumbass game.
Okay. Well, that's true. That's true. Indeed, I agree.
Instead of you being the man and saying, hey, listen, even to response to that Tinder message. Look, I appreciate that, you know, and I think you definitely deserve a relationship or whatever the case may be, but that's not what I'm about right now. I'm not in a space to do that, but I really think you're attractive. And if you're down to kick it one night, or, you know, maybe we could definitely go and have a conversation, go out to eat or whatever the case may be. But I'm really just looking to have a really good time.
And you know what?
And she might be with the shit.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
Guys, from a female, if that's what you're actually seeking, say that. You don't know how many females will respect you more and might not give you friends with benefits, but they may end up being your best friend ever.
Yeah.
It might put you on to some hoes if you just keep it a stack.
Straight up.
And I think that's the thing. But I also got to shout out to my ladies. And the interesting thing is, I know none of these type of ladies are on this live because I talk about y'all so much you probably don't even follow me. But those of you ladies out there who are selling your coochie for $20 and $40 on Tinder and on all the other apps, you are the problem.
Yeah.
You're a part of the problem. So why don't you be a part of the solution and at least go up to 200 or 400 if you're going to do that?
If you're going to be a hoe, get your LLC. At least get some cash. Get some tax credit on your stupid ass. Oh my God. Be a limited life.
That would be a LLP. Y'all, excuse this gentleman. Like, but seriously, y'all, for real. Like, we really this live is much needed.
So one more question for you.
Okay.
Is friends with benefits, do you count that as a title?
No, I just think it's a thing.
So it's just you're still single. That's what you're saying.
Friends with benefits would probably fall under single.
That was okay.
But you got to make sure that both of y'all on the page with friends with benefits. Because what happens when somebody catch feelings?
Ooh, boy, it just throw the whole shit in the garbage.
Boom.
Yeah.
Boom. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, that's why I said titles. How many of us have them? Because it's the thing. I know people that's walking around here single, dating, married, and separated at the same time.
Oh.
Depending on where they are in life.
I got 6 jobs. I don't get tired. Y'all. That's too much, man.
So Tasia said, we say that, but they don't think we're serious when we say it. If you're just looking for a casual situation, say so. Tasia, I agree 100%. I agree 100%. If that's what you want. And you know something? My personal belief is this. If you have females, if you have a male friend, and you feel like y'all can get down every now and then and still be the best of friends, it's my personal opinion, that would be a better situation than just finding a random friend with benefits.
Agree.
Because y'all worried about coronavirus and y'all buying bleach and hand sanitizer, but nobody is buying condoms because the condom aisles at the stores are full.
Woo! You touched the nerve there.
And I'm serious.
Now, that's real.
I'm so serious.
That's real.
You know, like I had an opportunity today to really, you know, ride and clear my mind. And one of the things that stuck out in my mind was the mere fact that in my 34 years of living on this earth, the past 2 years have been the most life-changing years of my life because I learned so much. Because when I really think about it, although I was the rebellious child and I got out and did my thing, I was still sheltered from a lot of things. So a lot of things I see and a lot of things that I do in the talking phase, it's weird to people. You know, it may be strange because what I saw is that when you're interested in somebody, there are certain things that you do. You are persistent and consistent. Now, those are two different things. Persistent is the effort. Consistency is the routine. So you have to have routine and effort, and you put that together to make it work. So for me, I listen. I talk a lot, but I also listen. And so what that translates into, after I listen and then I put your actions and your words together, I might start moving differently. But then you say I'm acting funny. No, I'm not acting funny. I'm acting accordingly. So we have to stop thinking that because people retreat, that they're being funny. You have to act accordingly when what you're seeing and what you're hearing don't align.
That's true. And you know what though? Like, you know, back to the friends with benefits situation, I kind of get how people catch feelings, you know, especially for the female. Because the one thing female love and what determines their that sign to say, okay, I can take this person really serious, is the consistency. So if I know I'm around you consistently, if I'm your ear, your shoulder, lean on, I'm
you know what?
And I'm digging you down.
I'm agreeing with that. I'm agreeing with that. You know what?
Yeah.
I might not have been in love.
It was just someone consistent. Because sometimes, you know, we commit to company and not somebody to compliment you. Come on now.
You better speak. Come on now. Wait a minute. You better speak that word.
What is in this cup tonight?
I don't know, but I'm scared of it.
We do. We have a habit of committing to company instead of committing to someone who compliments us. And then next thing you know, it's a whole complication. You know what I'm saying? It's a bad setup from the get-go. You know what I'm saying? But hey, shout out to those who manage it well.
Wow. Whoo! Oh my God. I mean, right now, I don't know what to say. Guys, titles. How many of us have them? Like, I don't know. I'm at a point where, and I was just saying this the other day, I'm sick of titles. I just feel like they don't mean anything. You know, especially like the other day, a guy was like, yo, he said, you so freaking cool, da 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 da, yada yada yada. You know, my girl cool with me dating other girls. So I said, what? Cause you ain't gonna never have nobody running up on me like OJ, Nicole, and Ron. No, I don't play those games.
Now straight up.
But you know what I often wonder? Are there cultural implications to titles as well?
Yeah.
Because I mean, my friends for real that are in interracial relationships, their relationships are a lot different.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I find that they have a little bit more of the love mechanism there.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's actually a cousin of mine.
Oh, wait a minute. Tasia, I like that. Tasia says you actually confide in them and sometimes give them the tools to hurt you. It depends on their intentions. People can put on facades when they know what you're looking for. All facts.
Yeah. That's very true too.
All facts. And
Yeah.
that seems like something that we might have been talking about earlier. So let me ask you guys this.
We ain't even,
What does the rebound look like?
oh man.
What does the rebound look like?
Shout out to all my rebounders out there. Yeah. I'm talking Hall of Fame rebounders.
What does the rebounders look like? What does the rebound look like? For me, the rebound looks like, I'm gonna tell you the truth. To me, a rebound introduction is, you know, I just got out of this relationship or situation, and I'm telling you that, everybody, the phrase for 2020 is let's be friends and see where it goes. That is code word for let me just smash.
And
So all y'all, I'm putting y'all up on game. If a dude say let's be friends and see where it goes, he means let's just smash.
So with that ass though.
Facts. Facts.
Yeah, and that's kind of bad though.
It is. It is. Because what ends up happening is you ruin, once again, potentially good friendships because you just couldn't be honest.
And that's what keep folks calling back.
Facts. Oh, whoa. Okay, I'm gonna leave that one alone. Cause you know what? Shots fired.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
It's so interesting. I know a gentleman right now who had a significant other for about 10 years. And he's married now, very unhappily, and he's trying to figure out his way out, and he can't get out. Because this is what y'all gotta understand about this marriage thing. Everybody want a wedding, but they don't want the marriage. Y'all want to put on a white dress and a veil. And for real, I need y'all to stop wearing white dresses, especially if you already got damn kids. Stop putting on these white dresses. Because some people that don't have kids might can fake like they're a virgin. Stop putting these pure white dresses. You can wear a white dress, but don't you put no pure white dress on. I might wear a pink dress or a red.
Because that thing been...
I can't take it. But I'm serious. No, now my mother, it's so funny. Shout out to Betty Lou, y'all, at 81, hell in the 81.
Betty! Love you, Betty.
Y'all, like my mother, I would never forget this lady back home got married for like the third time. And my mama said her ass better not wear no damn white dress. Well, I think she wore a yellow dress. She didn't wear white. Or something like that. But my mom was tight. My mom was like, she better not wear no white dress. But really, guys, we've been with y'all for an hour. It's been real. We might bring back a part 2 tomorrow, but these are just some things that, we've been discussing today. I think it's okay when to share in this conversation and just say that, the both of us have really had opportunities to reflect upon the last 12 months of our lives and really try to figure out what it is within us.
Yep.
Not what it is that they did.
Yep.
What it is within us that keeps us selecting or allowing the things that we allow. What is it within us that keeps us putting ourselves in situations that we oftentimes should not be in? And so with that, we thought about titles. Oh, for a title. The things that we do to ourselves for a title. The things we subject ourselves to for a title. And so my ending tonight is, do you want to be an extension cord or do you want to be a wall socket? Because extension cords are for temporary use and the wall sockets are permanently embedded. But the other part of that is the wall socket can also get worn out if it's overused. So guys, I want to end on that note. This was titles. How many of us have them? We definitely will potentially come back again. I want to close out. I want to take you back to Boom Trap by Jay Archer, and that's going to take us on out, folks.